folks. This is Father Pat. This is a message to young people in Exile, number 7. This is about dealing with disappointment. I hope this will be helpful. As you can see today, it's Saturday, it's raining. I remember when I was a kid, looking out the window when I was little with my older sister, my mom, singing that song, "Rain, rain, go away, come back another day. We want to go outside and play." And we were disappointed. We couldn't go outside. It was raining and miserable, and so we had to stay inside. That happens in life. You know, many times we expect something to happen. We plan for something to happen, and we realize it's not going to happen. And we feel disappointed. Maybe you go to somebody and you ask them to go out on a date, and they just say no. At worst, they say ill. Maybe you go for a job interview and they say, sorry, we already hired somebody. Or current things that we have been expecting to happen are not happening. These big graduations and proms and weddings and masses and parties, major league sports, all these kind of things we're just not able to do right now. As life goes on, there are times that we will feel disappointed and powerless to do anything about it. So what do we do with that feeling? So I came up with 4 possible reactions. Number 1, you could throw a tantrum. Just like a child, just lay down on the floor, bang your hands and fists, and yell and scream, hoping that life will change. Number 2 is the cut your nose off to spite your face way of doing things, where you get angry, vindictive, and do something that ultimately actually backfires on you, and it doesn't help anyway. It's like, I don't know, doing something crazy, breaking into a building and getting arrested. Like, that would probably cause other problems. Number 3, you just take the path of just quitting altogether. I didn't want to do any of this anyway. I don't care about any of this stuff. I'm just going to quit. Natural reaction. Or number 4, which I would asterisk, is acknowledge that this door has closed and look for an open door, another opportunity. So one example, back when I was in seminary in school, I was interested in a summer program with the Air Force chaplaincy. A chaplain had come a couple times, and I had talked to him, and we talked about serving young adults. Primarily the military is 18 to 25 years old, is most of the people. I was really excited about that possibility, but I was not sure. So, I consulted, talked to people, prayed about it. And by the time I went back to him and said, hey, I'm interested in the summer program, this was January, he said, sorry, too late. The applications are closed. And I thought, January for the summer? Wow, really? It's so early. I did not know about the bureaucracy of the military at the time. And so I was really disappointed. I thought that's where God was calling me to. I felt that excitement in me, and then that door was just closed. And it really threw me for a loop. And this was the last chance before ordination that I would have been able to do that for a summer. So my reaction was that I assumed that God did not want me to serve in the military. It was short-sighted, of course. I did not know what was going to happen in the future, but that was what I interpreted. Now, however, good thing, it did get me thinking about, okay, well maybe I can do something different that summer instead of the normal summer assignment. And it turns out that God called me to do a 30-day silent retreat. 30-day silent retreat. It was awesome. It was really awesome. Did not see that one coming. And then, as you know, 5 years later, God did call me to the military, and I served as a Navy chaplain for 6 years. So didn't see that one coming either. So, we can't really see past this moment. But at that moment, that January, all I knew was that I missed the deadline to apply, and my plans were crushed. I was disappointed. I could not see the good that would be coming later on. I just didn't know what to do. But I did take this disappointment to prayer. I vented frustration to my friends and family. They were very helpful. And I basically learned how to deal with that disappointment. And eventually I learned this great piece of wisdom that when God closes one door, he often opens another door. And so you have to kind of look for what door he might be opening. And so we just have to learn how to look for those open doors, those new opportunities that we may not have seen coming. A little thing to note, you might want to ask, did Jesus ever feel disappointed? So if you look through the scriptures, the Gospels, you will see that Jesus became frustrated with his disciples, especially their lack of faith, their lack of understanding. How much longer must I endure this generation, he actually says. And the big one, right? At the end of his life, his close friends betrayed him. Most of his disciples abandoned him. Jesus knew about disappointment too. So I hope this helps. A great quote from a movie back in the 90s. If anybody can name this, you get gold stars. It can't rain all the time. God bless you.